Hi, I'm Kristen Lundy, and I'm here at Maverick Applied Science today talking with Darryl Mikulec to learn a little bit more about the team here at Maverick. Would you tell us a little bit about your role?
Sure. Yeah, I'm the chief engineer here at Maverick. We do pipe stress analysis, finite element analysis, specifications, equipment design, design reviews, everything in the engineering realm. Really, we have really good team of 3 engineers here in the office, and then we have 2 contract employees that also help us out with engineering.
What's it like to work at Maverick?
Interesting, challenging. It challenges our skills. Like I said, I came in here fresh out of school. I don't have any other experience in a bigger engineering firm, so this is all I know. I enjoy the independence. I enjoy the problem solving. No 2 days are alike with what we do. So it's challenging. That can be a challenge, but it helps us to think, and it keeps us sharp.
What are the biggest challenges that you've faced in this field over the years?
I would say probably the lack of standardization. So FRP, it's a niche material. It's not like steel that's had standards for since the 1930s. When I came in, we had some tank standards, and we had some European standards that we relied on, but nothing really for piping. So that was pretty difficult because you're forced to be a pioneer in this industry. So when I was young, for years, I would sit in meetings at ASME where we help develop standards for the industry. And I would just sit in the back corner and just listen to people talking. And I would just assume that I just don't know anything about fiberglass. I don't know anything about engineering. It wasn't until after a few years of going to those meetings where I found out like everybody had those questions too. It wasn't just me. So everybody in this industry was sort of, we come from a point of where FRP was, an art form or black magic and not as engineered. So once I got past that, where that lack of confidence, where I assumed it was just me that didn't know what I was doing, and understood that it was the industry that needed to improve. So over those years, we just steadily started to standardize the material more. But yeah, so I guess initially I would say the lack of standardization is a pretty big obstacle.
What are some of the challenges that you've seen plants face?
Well, obviously failures. A lot of failures are due to a lack of just an understanding of the material, lack of good specifications, good engineering. I feel like FRP has, we often get a black eye. FRP gets a black eye because of issues that they have operating the plants with failures that they're dealing with. So it's unfortunate because FRP may be the right material to use for the application, but because they don't do it right, it ends up failing, and then they just lose confidence in the material and say, okay, FRP it's a bad material, so now we have to go to alternative materials which are more costly, like a titanium, for example. So a lot of plants just lose confidence in FRP and just go straight to other materials.
How often should you get your FRP equipment inspected, and why is that?
There's not a one size fits all approach for this. Not all chemicals are harsh or aggressive, and not all systems are critical to plant operation. So you have to weigh that in when you're deciding how often to inspect your equipment. At a very generic, interval, you'd say maybe at the beginning every 2 years or so. So you can develop that trend. If you go every 2 years, well, now you can track. Talking about that preventative maintenance, you can track any issues as they're slowly creeping up, so you can plan to address those at a later outage. Maybe after it's been operating well for 10 years, maybe you can increase that interval to 3 to 5 years. So it's not a one size fits all approach, but definitely more in like the 2 to 3 year range, especially for critical assets.
What sets Maverick apart from other engineering firms?
Well, I mean, for one, FRP is all we do. So FRP is a niche material, but it's not a niche material to us. It's literally all we do. We do it every day. We don't do it 2 or 3 times a year, and we just say we can do FRP because we really want the whole plant design. So we'll just include doing your FRP systems. Like literally, this is all we do every day. So that's one. But two, what sets us apart is our team of engineers and inspectors. So we pair well together, when we're doing failure investigations. I've never built FRP. I don't know how it's built, but Tom knows how to build FRP. Our inspectors know how to build FRP. Tom's not an engineer, so we work together and sort of stay in our lanes, but we help to complement each other a little bit. So we provide more of a full service engineering inspection capability to our customer.
At Maverick, we talk about being a resource to our clients. What does that mean for you?
Well, to be a resource, you have to have trust. And it goes both ways. And a customer isn't going to trust me just because I tell them to trust me. They might not even trust me if they have a good reference or a good recommendation from another plant or another, a colleague. That's not trust there. You earn that trust over time by taking care of their needs, helping them keep their plants running. And I think that here at Maverick, that is what we do. We're not looking for just the home run project where we're making a killing and never hear from that customer again. We want to build that trust so we have years of a relationship with that customer.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Thank you, Darryl. It was great to learn a little bit more about our team here at Maverick. Next time you have any questions about engineering or pipe supports, be sure to give Darryl a call.